Welcome back, everybody. In the last episode, I built an iron farm, and in this one, we're gonna build a trading hall. I'm not the most creative person in the world when it comes to building in Minecraft. I know I'll get there eventually, but for the time being, I've been looking at Pinterest. I know that's kind of cheating, but eventually I know I'll build up my skill enough to where I won't really need it that much, and I do kind of like to tweak things a little here and there and make them my own. But for now, just to save a little time, we're gonna build the villager trading hall based off something that I saw on Pinterest, and also start building the horse stables. So I noticed there are 35 horse variants, and I want to collect them all. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna go ahead and build the stables for them, and then we're gonna go out because we are in a plains biome over here. So we're gonna go out and collect all the horses that we need to make up the 35 variants and put them in the stables. So I'm gonna check my iron farm real quick, see what we got. Okay, 13. It's not a lot, but I also haven't been AFKing or anything, so it is what it is. Also, I'm still having some issues with iron golems spawning outside of the iron farm, so I think I'm gonna have to lay some carpet or something down around so they don't do that. I did have to run back home just to chop down some trees. So if you see the picture that I'm putting on the screen, I am wanting to build something like this, one of the two. I think I'm actually gonna go probably with the top one. I like it a little bit more, but I'm gonna use the cherry wood, but then I'm gonna use a different block, probably just dark oak or sand to go with it. I think that would be good enough for now. And then I'm still gonna put the chests up there and the signs, but we're gonna do the rest just a little different. Okay, so I think that's enough. Back to the villager area, we are going to go ahead and start building. Right now I have them blocked off behind this wall of dark oak, and I think what I'll do is the villager area is gonna be along this wall here. And then I'm also going to span it across this adjacent wall. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, after that's done, we'll start building the horse stables. I'm gonna throw this photo up on the screen again for the villager trading halls, and if you guys want to know who made this, the credit is gonna be down in the description below. Same with the horse stable. This is kind of what I'm going off of, although I'm gonna build it like this for now, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it that way due to having 5 horse variants in each stall. I'm not sure it'll work out very well, so we'll tweak it later, but for now this is how I'm gonna build it. So I'm gonna start with the trading hall, and we're gonna space it out. So every 3 blocks over, and then you place one, and then you go up 5. And then I'm just gonna climb up here, and I think what I'll have to do, we'll place a couple blocks here. Actually, hold on. There we go. So I'll get up here and I'll place this block, this one, and then I'll just drop down. And maybe this will work. Oh, it didn't work. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be 2 out like that. And I feel like this is a bit much to be doing it this way, but I'm not really sure how to make it easier other than to go find some bamboo. But for now, I think I'm just gonna keep doing it this way because I can't be bothered. So we're just gonna keep breaking the blocks, climbing up, placing them, and bringing 2 outwards. Okay, so I sped the rest of this part up just because it took me a minute. Again, I was just doing it the hard way. I don't know why. but I went ahead and finished this part of it, and then I moved on to placing the sand slabs across the top. So what I'm gonna do is just follow whatever's on the photo, and I'm gonna place them all along the top here, and then we'll just go across like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So again, here's the photo for reference. It looks a little blurry on my end, so I'm not sure if it is on your guys's, but we need to add the buttons, some more slabs across the bottom. So I'm gonna place these like so. I'm gonna have to get rid of the slabs that go underneath the oak. So I'll finish that up real quick. And then I tried these buttons. I don't think I like the looks of them as well. So I went ahead and I grabbed some dark oak anyways, and I'm just gonna make some dark oak buttons instead. I think it would stand out a little more and just look a little better with the color palette. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. If you think that I should do a different color scheme, let me know. But for now, this is what it's gonna look like. Yeah, I like that. I like that more. I think it looks better. I don't know. My eyes are deceiving me a little bit, but I think I like it for now. It's good enough for now. So then we're gonna put the sand fences, and then I'm not gonna make them uneven the way it is in the photo, but we're gonna do it like this. And then I'll place all of the chests. Well, that's not how it is. I'm not really sure if that photo was done in Java or Bedrock, because when you do the chests next to each other like this, I don't think I can place one next to another without it combining. And if there is a way, I mean, there might be, and maybe I'm wrong, so I might try to find that out later, but for now I'm gonna do 2 in each column. And then we'll place some stairs here and here. Sir, what are you doing up there? All right, we've got a rogue. How are they getting out? Oh, I genuinely have no idea how he got out. Oh my god. Maybe I can just shove him back in. Excuse you. Can I just scooch you? There we go. I don't know how he got out, but hopefully the rest stay in. They look so mad that they're just trapped back there. Okay, so I'm gonna make some more stairs. And we're actually going to block this off. Okay. So I'm gonna back out here so we can look at it. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's looking good. I'm looking at the photo off screen here, and I think it's good enough for now. I'll add the signs in a bit. I'm gonna have to create the area for the villagers to be, but I will have to block it off to get them in there, so that's gonna be a process too. So I ended up needing more sand, so I had to go travel to an area that has sand. And I don't seem to have a lot of desert biomes around, but I do have this massive hill of sand over here. So that isn't too far from the trading hall, so we're just gonna collect a whole lot of sand real quick so I can finish this on the adjacent wall. And then after we're done building this, we can move on to the horse stables. Okay, so I am so sorry I forgot to record this part, but I did place the signs. I placed all the blocks for each villager's job, and I also put the lanterns up. So I think it looks a lot better now, but this is where everything's gonna go. And then I'll have to decorate it sometime later. But I did use some decorative blocks like the creeper sand block, and I don't know what the technical name for it is, but I did put some decorative blocks up. So I think it looks a lot better. And then at this point, I think we can finish this part here and then section it off and then come back around, let the villagers out and try to get them each in their respective spots, and then finish the adjacent wall. So I actually need to run and get some more iron real quick. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Do you see the audacity? I really need to block this off more. So I'll have to do that later. Anyways, I got what I needed, so I'm gonna head back over to the trading hall. We're gonna block this off the rest of the way so I can open it up for these villagers. And then we're gonna have the fun part of trying to shove them in each spot that they need to go in. And I'm not sure how that's gonna work. And then I realized after it was too late that the way I built the trading hall doesn't give me any room to put them anywhere. So I had to open up the wall behind it and build outwards. And I'm gonna have to push that whole barrier back to keep from killing my villagers. So it's a process. I'm learning. I'll get there. Okay, open it up and let's get them over there. They don't even seem to care. I have their job blocks over there. Maybe if I push them, give them a little encouragement. No. Okay. Still doesn't seem to care because his job is over here. So I'm going to take out the beds and then maybe remove all of these job blocks as well. While I was over at the iron farm, I went ahead and I grabbed a bunch of boats that I had sitting in the chest over there. I figured maybe it would be easier to go ahead and put them in boats and shove them into where I need them to be. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to work really well or not, but I'm just going to try to push them each in a boat. I just feel like this is going to go horribly wrong, but we're going to see. I honestly think this was the most frustrating part of this entire build, is just trying to get them where I need them to go. And then these guys are over here shooting me, so I have to block this off more. As I don't want them to kill me, I don't want them to kill my villagers. I could have built this a little more forward and not have to have dealt with them, but oh well, too late. So this is how we're doing it for now. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna break these job blocks and I'm gonna try... I really don't know how I'm gonna do this. I can't shove the boats in. Maybe if I put on a lead and I pull them? But then I feel like I'm gonna have to be pretty... yeah. And he just hit me, so... oh my god, I don't know. What have I done? I'm gonna block this off a little more. Just to be safe, and I know they're gonna hit me. Okay, so instead, I think what I'll do is I'll break the boats, and, or, this is working. No, it's not working. Okay, I'm gonna break the boats, put the boat in the spot I need them in, maybe? And then try to get him to walk into the boat. Guys, I should have watched a tutorial or something. I feel like everyone else's builds are much larger than this when it comes to trading halls, and this one's pretty small and compact, so I'm not sure how this is gonna work really well, but I don't know. Maybe I could just push them in there. Oh my god, that's actually working. I could just shove them in. Okay, cool. So we got one in. One down. Like 50 more to go. Oh, okay, so not to disappoint, but I went ahead and I fast forwarded and I just completely skipped that whole part because it was stressing me out. It took me a very long time to get all the villagers in their respective spots, but I did get them in there. So here is the view, and I have a bunch of cherry trees growing around this area, and then you can see that I did both sides adjacent to each other. Look how pretty this is. I actually think it turned out really well. So really all I need to do now is just fix that one little corner where the walls meet. And I'll figure out something for that later. Maybe like a cute little miniature waterfall or something. I don't know yet. But then as I was filming that part, I realized I didn't place these slabs. So we're gonna finish this up. Okay, and it's done. Except for the corner. But it's done. So this is the area I was talking about. Maybe a waterfall of some kind or a cute little, I don't know, some flowers. I'm not sure yet, but I'll work on that later. So at this point, I'm gonna need a lot of cherry wood to build the horse stables. So I went ahead and I planted more trees, let them grow, and now I'm gonna fast forward through this next part of me chopping them all down. Once that was said and done, we ended up with tons and tons of cherry wood and multiple stacks of the leaves. I'm not really sure what I could do with the leaves right now, but I'm sure I'll find something later. But for now, I'm going to fill in this area with dirt to make it a flat surface, and then I'm going to keep building outwards for the horse stables. In total, I'm going to need 7, and 5 horse variants will be in each stable. And I'm going to throw this picture on the screen again so you guys can see what it's going to look like, or at least a variation of this. Again, I'm not so sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I will probably follow this for the most part to a T. So we build up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 2, place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in between these, there are 4 blocks, and then you place 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just keep doing this all the way across until you have 3 separate stables. That to me is kind of what it looks like in the photo anyways. I could be wrong, but I'll probably build this bigger later, but for the time being, I want to just go off the picture so I can get it done and we can start collecting the horses in the next episode. So we're gonna place these pretty pink cherry fences, and I think I'll place 2 gates here because of just, I don't want the gates to be off-centered. So we'll put 2 in each. I think that looks nice. And then we'll come over here. We'll do the same thing to this side. And then I ran out of fences, so we're just gonna place the gates now, and I'm gonna go make some more. Here we go. So because this is my forever world and it is fairly new, but I didn't start this series right whenever I started this world. So I have already been to the Pale Garden biome, but only once, and I have a few saplings and I've got a little bit of pale oak, but not enough for a project like this. But I do think that the pale oak would actually look really nice with the cherry wood. So it's something that I might do in the future, is go get more and visit that biome again. I absolutely want to do all the things in all the different biomes, and we're going to save all of that for different episodes, obviously. But over time, I might upgrade my builds after visiting certain biomes and getting different types of wood and just different things that I can decorate with. So we're going to place all these trapdoors like this and flip them up for a little decoration. I'm definitely going to need to make some more lanterns as well. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to do the top of this. is that I didn't build out far enough with these, so of course now I have to redo this as well, but that's okay. So all I did was pull everything forward a block, and I did this on both sides. Okay, and now that that's done, we're gonna make some lanterns. And thank God I went back to the iron farm already so we can make the ingots for the rest of these. So I've got 12, we'll see if that's enough. Probably not, but it's okay. I will have to just make another trip back to get some more. But look how cute this is. I actually like this a lot, and I think at some point when we collect the blue lanterns, that would be another really cool one to use as well. We'll see how this looks first. Okay, so the way that they have it, it looks like they've got slabs across the front. And it's getting dark again, so I'm gonna have to sleep again soon. But I want to finish this real quick, so I'm gonna run over here and start placing these slabs as fast as I can. And look, we already have our first horse already in our walls, so maybe hopefully I can get him to stay before he disappears. I'm gonna finish placing these real fast though. Okay, so I think that's it. And to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna do the top right now because that was a lot. That with the trading hall was just, it was a lot. I know this video wasn't super long, but it took a while. But here's a preview of all the horses, and these are all the variants, the 35 variants that we are going to get and collect this next time in our next episode. So I hope you really enjoyed this one. I know it wasn't as exciting, but we were mostly just building and we got it done. So now that it's done, we can move on to more exciting things. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment below. It really helps me out. And I'll see you in the next one.